Hello, and welcome to Math Help with me, Miss McCarthy. I'm so pumped and excited that you are here today. I'm the creator of McCarthyMathAcademy.com, and I'm on a mission to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders out there, and of course, to make it make sense for the humans like parents and teachers who help them. Each week, I'm answering questions from teachers and parents of 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders who have submitted their questions on the website at McCarthyMathAcademy.com/mathhelp, which you can do too. And I get to feature some of those questions in these YouTube episodes. I highly recommend that if you have a question, drop it in there because it may be featured on a future video, or I will at least point you in the right direction. I'll email you back and point you in the right direction for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get to today's question and let me teach you. All right, today's Math Help with Miss McCarthy question comes from Scott in Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, Scott. Thank you so much for submitting this. You said, so many of my 5th graders are struggling with this multiplication unit because they don't know their multiplication facts. It takes them so long to solve each problem. I have taught 5th grade as well, and I can totally relate with this. After 3rd grade, when multiplication is fun, we have 4th and beyond. And multiplication facts are infused into math from 4th grade, continuing on from 4th grade all the way to the college level. So it's so important, parents, that your child has mastered their multiplication facts. It's so important, teachers, that if they haven't yet mastered their multiplication facts, that we make that a responsibility. We make that an expectation for them. We can't just say, you need to master your facts and then leave it at that. We need to show them the way to do that. So the way that I have tried to help with this problem is to create the multiplication mashup. I created it several years ago, and what we do is we go through each factor 0 through 12. Each factor has its own song, its own little jingle, so students can easily start to spit out and skip count more quickly, so we're not spending too much time trying to figure out what the product might be. There is also a video where I explain how to go about having your students master their multiplication facts. And that I'll also include the link to that episode too. But let's go ahead and look at how we could use the multiplication mashup to speed up that process, Scott, okay, when we're multiplying. So let's go ahead and make up a problem. Let's say 53,289 times, let's say, you know what I'm gonna do? You're not going to be happy with me, but this was the first 2-digit factor that came to my head. 67. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so let me go ahead and get a different color, and we're going to use the 7 song in the multiplication mashup. This is exactly how I would teach this at the board with my students. I do move quickly, but this is how I keep the students who have not mastered all of their multiplication facts, how I keep them engaged. And the ones who have learned all their multiplication facts, I kind of keep it moving quickly. So I'm keeping everybody engaged at once, okay? This is what I do. So we're multiplying 53,289 times 7. Let's do the 7 song. That would be 7, 14, 20, 128, 35, 42, 49. 56, 63, so 63. Whoa, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. 7 times 8. 7, 14, 20, 128, 35, 42, 49, 56, stop, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Woo, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. Moving on, 7 times 2. 7, 14, stop, plus 6. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That would be 20. Woo, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. Now 7 times 3. 7, 14, 21. Stop. 22, 23. Woo, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. Then we have 7 times 5. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. That's 35. Stop. 36, 37, 37. So our very first part of our product is 373,023. Cool. All right. Now what I do next is I cross out, I erase, and place a 0. Cross out, erase, and place a 0. That's what I do. Okay, now we're doing 6, the digit 6, or really 6D. That's why we place that 0, because now we're working with 6D, not 6. But we're just going to say 6 going here, okay? Because we've already taken care of that 0 being down there. Okay, so now we have 6 times 9. Now I'm using the 6 song. Hey, 6s, I just met ya. You're kind of crazy. 6, 12, and 18, 24 and 30, 36 and 40, 2 and 48, 54, 54. Woo, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. You might be saying, why do I keep saying in the cloud? It's because it reminds students to circle it. I have them circle those regroupies, I call them. I have them circle those regroupies because we're switching up the operation. We're adding them instead of all the multiplication that we're doing. So it's just that change. All right, then we have 6 times 8. 6, 12, and 18, 24 and 30, 36 and 40, 2 and 48. Stop. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. 53. Don't forget it's in the clouds. Okay, now we're doing 6 times 2, 6, 12, plus 5 would be 17. Woo, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. 6 times 3, 6, 12, and 18, plus 1 would be 19. Woo, it's high up here in the clouds. Nice landing, dude. Then we have 6 times 5, 6, 12, and 18, 24 and 30. 30 plus 1 would be 31. And you might be saying, whoa, that is really fast. That skip counting that you are doing, my students do not move that fast. I'm letting you know right now that I have done this. It's just about repetition and having those high expectations. They're able to do this. You just have to keep on repeating. It's not like this on day 1. But you got to get them there. This is the speed that I had them working at. Okay, now what do? We add them together. 3 plus 0 is, and I'd have them call out 3. 2 plus 4 is 6. 3. We got 10. 17. Woo, it's high up here. Nice landing, dude. 5 and 3. Then placing our commas, we have ones, tens, hundreds. A comma splits the periods. 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s, comma. So we have the answer of, or the product of, 3,570,363. You can see these problems, they do take time. There's a lot going on with multiplication and the process and all that stuff. If your children are not fluent with their multiplication facts, they're going to get lost in a kind of basic problem like this. It's really important that you master the facts. So you might be thinking, Miss McCarthy, this was great. Where can I find more videos like this? Well, let me show you. You can go, if you're a teacher, you would go to the website above that says /teacher. If you are a parent, you would go to the website above that says /family to get more information on the memberships that I have available. And I would love to show you some more videos inside of these memberships so you can see, hey, this would be a great next step for you. So let me do that. So this is actually inside of the teacher plan, but the same video lessons are also available in the family plan. It's just the family plan is organized by units and by skills, where the teacher plan is organized by benchmarks. So the particular benchmark that we're looking at for this standard that we've done is MA.5.NSO.2.1. This is a Florida best benchmark that we have. Video lesson, multiplying whole numbers by 1 digit with a printable guide right there. Multiply whole numbers by 2 digits with a printable guide right there. And multiply whole numbers by 3 digits with a printable guide right there. So if we're looking, let's say that we're looking at this one with the 2 digits like we just did. Look at this. Boom, it's what we just did. Going through more examples like this where we're even including estimation and why we estimate and so on and so forth and what have you. Okay, so you can see for just this benchmark, there are 3 video lessons just for this one. And this includes access to all of 5th grade skills according to Florida's best standards for math. I definitely encourage you to go to the correct link above and take your next step. All right, y'all, thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Math Help with Miss McCarthy. If you have a question, go to mccarthymathacademy.com/mathhelp. Send me your question so I can help you. That's what I love to do. I also want to thank you for liking and sharing this video with somebody that you know. That helps me to continue to bring free content like this to you on YouTube. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you in an episode real soon.